I'm Jen. I am the Programming and Marketing Manager of the Elyria Public Library System. And this month's Foodie Fix, we'll be doing a chicken pot pie crumble. So follow us along and you'll see the steps. Hi everybody, so right now we have 1.5 cups of flour in this pot, and we are going to be making the crumble for the top of our chicken pot pie crumble. So as a kid, I never liked chicken pot pie because I hated the pie part. I thought it tasted soggy and I hated the bottom. So this kind of gives me the best of both worlds, where it's the warm, gooey center with the chicken and the vegetables, and then you get a nice crust on the top with the crumble. So the crumble is really just a flour and butter mixture with a few other ingredients added in. So again, we have 1.5 cups of flour. We're gonna add 1/4 cup of butter that's cold and it's been cubed up. We're gonna add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And then we have an assortment of spices in here. So we have 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and all the rest of them are 1/4 teaspoon, including pepper, cayenne pepper, and garlic powder. That's just our oven. So what you're gonna use your fingers for this, and you're gonna kind of make a coarse crumble. And it's going to just resemble little pebbles in a way. So you'll be able to start feeling the butter kind of mash into the flour. And that's when you can start adding your other ingredients. So we have 2 ingredients left. We have some Parmesan cheese, that is 3/4 cup. And then we have also 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. So it kind of puts you like right under 1 cup. So we're gonna add the heavy cream and the Parmesan. If you don't like the taste of Parmesan, you could add less. It's up to you. But this does get messy, as you can tell. And what you're going to look for now is a moist crumble. So you want to get all the dry flour up from the bottom. And then what you will do is you will start putting it onto your lined baking sheet, and it'll go in the oven for 15 minutes at 450. So you can see most of the dry is out, so all you need to start doing then is taking little pieces of your mixture. So probably no bigger than 1.5 inches, and this will be the top to your chicken pot pie. So the oven is at 450 degrees, and you are going to bake your crumble for anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes, depending on your oven. So for our chicken pot pie filling, we have 1 tablespoon of oil going right now. And what you're going to do is you're going to add 2 diced carrots, 2 stalks of celery diced, and depending on your preference, a half or a whole onion diced. I have red onion, you could use white or yellow, it's up to you. So we're gonna put those into our pot and let them saute for about 5 to 6 minutes. Once your vegetables have all sauteed, you are gonna actually just put them right back in the bowl that you grabbed them from, along with 2/3 cups of frozen peas. So all your sauteed vegetables and your frozen peas, 2/3 cup, will be waiting for you in reserve. So from this point, you're gonna melt 3 tablespoons of butter. And what you want your butter to be is browned a little bit for the extra flavor. And it's okay if you still have some vegetables hanging out in the pot. So this step here is going to be for your roux for your mixture. So we have the butter all melted, but we're going to give it just a few minutes to get it browned up. And that's just creating some extra flavor. So once your butter is melted how you like it, you're going to add in 1/3 cup of flour. And you're going to stir that in, and it's going to make a very thick brown paste. And you just want to make sure you don't really see any of the flour anymore. You want it all to be incorporated in. From this step here, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of milk. And you're just going to stir it until all the lumps from your roux are completely gone. And it's going to thicken up. Here you could add your salt, pepper, and dried thyme or dried rosemary. I have just dried thyme. It is 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of the dried thyme, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. From here, we're going to slowly add chicken stock. So about 1/4 cup at a time until we get the consistency that we like. And again, most of your lumps will be gone at the end. And it just depends on your preference of how you like the filling of your chicken pot pie. If you like it a little runnier, then you're going to add more chicken broth. If you like it to be a little bit more firm, then you're going to add less. And at this point here, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm going to add a touch more chicken stock. Give it a stir still while it's on high heat. And then we're going to add our chicken and vegetables back in. So I'm turning my burner off, and then I'm adding a pound of cooked diced chicken and our reserved vegetables back in. And just remember that some of the moisture from the vegetables and the chicken will also make your filling a little bit more runny as it bakes in the oven. And there you have your filling for your chicken pot pie crumble. So now that you have your filling and your crumble done, you're going to set your oven to 400 degrees and you're going to put everything together for about 12 to 15 minutes. So you could use a pie dish. I like the casserole dish. So get all your filling out and into your pan. And then the crumble that you made just goes directly on top. If you don't have a lid for your pie pan or your casserole dish, make sure you use foil over top. Otherwise, your crumble is going to burn more so than what it needs to. Because remember, we already cooked it. So you're just kind of breaking it up and creating a layer. So I'm going to put my top on, and I'm going to put it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until it gets crumbly warm. And there you have a chicken pot pie crumble. So once your 10 to 15 minutes is over, you'll take your chicken pot pie crumble out of the oven. And there you have your chicken pot pie crumble. After you serve it, your chunks there at the top get to be very nice and soft when you mix everything all up. So thank you for joining us for today's Foodie Fix. I'm Jen again from the Elyria Public Library, and I hope you stay tuned to elyrialibrary.org for more of our programs. Thank you.